Interpretation of drawing. Interpretation of drawing means reading the drawing. The occupation of civil engineer is to describe the drawing given. Construction drawings are of various sorts like plan, section and elevation. The civil engineer should comprehend the details given in the plan and work as indicated by the dimensions given in the drawing. Preparing bar bending schedule. This is an extremely significant sheet that a civil engineer must both study and prepare. In short, it's known as the BBS sheet. In BBS, engineer have to determine how much steel required, the diameter, the cutting length, the total weight and the bending shape. Civil engineer provide the cutting length and its number so steel worker can do the steel cutting and bend accordingly. BBS also helping in preparing the bill of work. Allotting works to labourers. A civil engineer's role also includes working with on-site workers and advising them on what work to do, how long to do it for, and what material to use. If the workers are not told correctly, it can lead to significant losses. The civil engineer must stand by and supervise the work. Supervision of construction work. It is important to monitor the work that is being done on the construction site, and it is critical for any civil engineer to check whether the work is being done on the site in accordance with the design and in accordance with what has been stated. Preparing schedule of material used and available. The civil engineer should know how much material is accessible on the site and how much material has arrived. The civil engineer creates the material within which the material is used and how much material is left for such information on a construction site. This is the most critical civil site engineer responsibility. Plotting line. The civil engineer is also responsible for ensuring that the work on the site is completed in accordance with the guided line level. If your colleague make a mistake, it will be quite costly to restore the concrete and the structure. Checking the line level is crucial in this case. Preparing work chart schedule. At any construction site, it is critical to design a work chart timetable. By looking at the job schedule on the work chart, we can determine how much work has been completed and how much work remains to be completed, as well as whether the work has been completed or not. We can create goals by creating a work schedule and working in accordance with it. Checking steel work of slab, beam and column before concreting. Before any concrete is poured, the civil engineer must inspect the steel that has been installed. Checking the steel used in the slab, column and beam. Civil engineer must inspect details such as whether the required diameter of steel bar was used, the number of bar spacing and whether an appropriate cover was supplied to a section. Supervision of the curing process. It is critical to cure the concrete after it has been completed. Crack might be seen in the concrete if it is not fully cured. The civil engineer is then in charge of starting the curing process as soon as the concreting job is completed. Economic growth. Civil engineers are responsible in building infrastructure. Infrastructure is basically the base in which economic growth is built upon. Road, water system, mass transportation, airport and utilities. It covers those supporting services that help the growth of directly productive activities like agriculture and industry. Transportation. Transportation has been always played an essential role in the development of society, originally with regard to trade, routes and harbours, but more recently with regard to land and air-based system as well. It is civil engineers' responsibility to plan, design, build, operate and maintain this system of transport in such a way to provide for the safe, efficient and convenient movement of people and goods. Tourism. Civil engineers' responsibility is to build, plan, design, operate and maintain the foundation of our modern society. A good facility in an urban can attract tourism from other countries. Besides interesting ideas of construction building that fascinate people around other countries can increase the number of tourists. Agriculture. Civil engineers are responsible to build the water system as well as irrigation system. Water is a critical input of agricultural production and plays an important role in food security. A good irrigation system will result to a healthy agriculture production.